In this video, we're diving deep into the dark, tangled web of secrets surrounding the Dupree family from beyond the gates. The calm facade of their perfect world is about to shatter, as Vanessa uncovers a shocking betrayal that threatens to destroy everything they've built. With a family full of ambition, hidden motives, and lies, can they survive the storm that's coming? We'll break down the explosive twists, the characters' internal struggles, and the shocking revelations that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Stay tuned, because the secrets you're about to discover will change everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of the jaw-dropping drama. In the calm, seemingly idyllic world of the Dupree family, where wealth and status shielded them from the ordinary world's struggles, Vanessa Dupree stumbled upon a secret that would shatter her world to its very core. The discovery came at the most unexpected moment, when she sat alone in her private study, reading through a nondescript email that arrived anonymously. The contents of the email, a set of incriminating data, contained undeniable proof that could ruin everything the Duprees had built. Her heart raced as she scrolled through the evidence, her hands trembling in disbelief. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a full-on assault on her family's legacy. As the truth began to sink in, Vanessa's mind raced. Who could be behind this? Who could possibly have this kind of information? The email made it painfully clear that the betrayal was close, too close. Someone within the Dupree circle had orchestrated this attack. Could it be a family member? Someone she had trusted with her life? The thought gnawed at her, eating away at her sense of security. For years, the Duprees had stood as pillars in their community, untouchable and above reproach. Now, the very foundation of their power was crumbling, all because of a single betrayal that no one saw coming. Vanessa's body grew heavy as the weight of the discovery settled over her. She could feel the walls of her perfect world collapsing in real time. The thoughts of what this meant for her, her family, and their future sent a cold shiver down her spine. Her hands clenched into fists as she stood from her chair, determination building within her. She had to find out who did this. She had to confront them, whatever the cost. But the fear was real, and so was the uncertainty. Could she trust anyone around her? Or was everyone a potential enemy now? Elsewhere in the estate, Marcel, the stoic and often silent investigator who had witnessed the many hidden secrets of the Dupree family, finally broke his silence. He had kept his thoughts to himself for years, playing the role of the observer, watching as others maneuvered through their personal and professional lives with treachery and deceit. But now, the time had come for him to speak out. His voice, low and cold, echoed through the halls of the Dupree mansion as he approached Vanessa with a warning. "There is someone targeting you, and this time, they won't miss," Marcel said, his words hanging heavy in the air. His tone was as sharp as a knife, carrying a weight of truth that Vanessa couldn't ignore. He wasn't just speaking for the sake of speaking, he knew something. Something that could change everything. The words sent a ripple of tension through Vanessa, as the realization hit her, this wasn't just a random attack. There was a calculated, deliberate effort to bring her down. But who was behind it? And more importantly, why? The ominous weight of Marcel's warning lingered, casting a dark shadow over the estate. Vanessa's mind raced with possibilities. She couldn't escape the gnawing feeling that the danger wasn't from an external source but from someone far closer. Someone who knew the deepest secrets of the Dupree family. The suspicion, the unease, the realization that she could trust no one in this moment. It was almost suffocating. As her thoughts spiraled, the quiet of the mansion was broken only by the sound of her own breath, shallow and frantic. She needed answers, but the question was, who could she trust now? Meanwhile, in another part of the estate, Martin and Smitty found themselves in the midst of an emotional and moral crossroads. Their relationship had always been complicated, with layers of love, loyalty, and ambition intertwined. But now, they were faced with a decision that would tear them apart or bind them together forever. In the face of betrayal, corruption, and the looming threat of personal destruction, they had to decide, stay together and fight for their love, or turn against each other in the name of survival? The tension between them grew palpable. Martin, ever the idealist, wanted to believe that their relationship could survive the storm. But Smitty, more pragmatic and cynical, understood the reality of their situation. He knew that sometimes survival meant making tough choices, choices that went against every moral principle they had once held dear. He had a choice to make, and the decision would be one of betrayal or loyalty. But no matter what, it would come at a steep price. Every decision, every moment of doubt, felt like it could be their last. The stakes were impossibly high, and the consequences of making the wrong choice could be deadly. As they faced the uncertainty of their futures, their relationship was put to the ultimate test. Could they survive the impending storm, or would one of them be forced to betray the other? It was a question that weighed heavily on both of them, and neither had an answer. Not yet. As night fell over the Dupree estate, the once peaceful mansion seemed to pulse with a sense of foreboding. The lights flickered briefly before plunging the estate into complete darkness, a visual reflection of the chaos brewing beneath the surface. The silence was thick and suffocating, broken only by the distant sound of footsteps echoing on the marble floors. The shadows seemed to shift, as though something, or someone, was lurking just out of sight. In the distance, a soft, unnerving noise broke the stillness, sending a shiver of anxiety down Vanessa's spine. She rushed to the window, her eyes scanning the shadows, but there was nothing. Just the cold, quiet night. But her heart was racing. She felt it, someone was there, hidden in the darkness, watching her. And it wasn't just the unease that had been building for days. It was something more. It was the unmistakable feeling that someone knew everything she had been trying to hide. They knew her secrets, her weaknesses, and now, they were coming for her. Vanessa stepped back from the window, her breath quick and shallow. Her mind was racing. The night was no longer just a backdrop to her fears, it was a harbinger of something much worse. The betrayal she had uncovered was just the beginning. And now, the darkness seemed to be closing in around her, a constant reminder that no one, not even the mighty Dupree family, was safe from the consequences of their actions. Someone had emerged from the shadows, someone who knew all too well what lay beneath the surface. And Vanessa knew, with a sickening certainty, that the game was far from over. The stakes had just been raised to an unimaginable level, and now, she was trapped in a web of lies, deceit, and manipulation. There was no escape. The only question was, who would survive this brutal war of wills? As the mansion stood still, engulfed in the shadows, the future of the Dupree family hung in the balance. Would they survive the coming storm, or would the darkness that had already seeped into their lives consume them all? The answers would come soon enough. And when they did, nothing would ever be the same again. As the tension mounts and the secrets begin to unravel, Vanessa finds herself at a breaking point. The sense of betrayal she feels is suffocating, but it's not just the discovery of the data that's destroying her, it's the realization that someone within her own family might be the orchestrator of this chaos. Her trust in the people closest to her has been shattered, and with each passing moment, the walls of her perfect world close in tighter. The Dupree family, once the epitome of power and grace, is now a house of cards, teetering dangerously on the edge of collapse. Marcel's warning echoes in her mind, reminding her that this isn't just about a scandal, it's about survival. The unseen enemy is closing in, and the stakes have never been higher. As Vanessa struggles to piece together the fragments of her shattered life, she can't help but wonder, who can she trust? Every relationship is now a potential battleground. The whispers of betrayal and the looming threat of exposure seem to be everywhere, leaving her questioning her every move. Meanwhile, Martin and Smitty, caught between love and survival, are faced with their own crisis. Their relationship, once built on trust and shared dreams, is now on the verge of destruction. The choices they make in the coming days will determine not only their future but also the fate of everyone around them. As they weigh their options, loyalty or betrayal, each decision seems to lead them deeper into a dark, unforgiving world where there are no easy answers. In a family torn apart by greed, ambition, and power struggles, can they even find a way back to each other? Or will they too fall victim to the same forces threatening to tear the Dupree legacy apart? The final moments of this video leave us with one haunting thought: the darkness is far from over. The shadows that lurk in the corners of the Dupree estate are not just the result of a few misguided decisions, they are the manifestation of years of deception, manipulation, and hidden agendas. As Vanessa stands on the precipice, looking into the abyss that her life has become, she knows that the battle for the truth is just beginning. And in a game where the stakes are life and death, there can be no winners, only survivors. Who will emerge from this web of lies unscathed? Who will fall victim to the insidious forces at play? The answers are still to come, and trust me, this is only the beginning. Stay tuned, because the Dupree family's story is far from over, and you won't want to miss what comes next.